Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the program Web Watch on Flip TV. The web, watch the web, look at stories online that we're going to discuss. Viral stories, viral reports, top reports online. That is what we are going to be discussing today. I'm Christian Chiku, and with me we have
I am Adeni Adiola.
She's still beautiful. Too beautiful, yeah.
And I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide. You're welcome.
Yes. We'll be looking at some stories today, and I would like you to be part of the program. Comment, join us. You be virtual, we'll be live. Is it that we'll be live, to be virtual?
Well, we are all
physical
live.
And spiritual. They will be spiritual, we'll be physical. So you join us and let's discuss. Let's look at some of the things we'll be discussing today. Yeah, top of the news, we have the CBN. For me now 10 naira, 15 naira does not have value again in Nigeria.
Even 100 naira.
I think last few years back, I once told my friend that there will be a time very soon whereby you only see money like 5 naira, 10 naira in the National Museum. Wow. You even pay to go and, because now it has no value at all.
Imagine I was going on the road, I saw 100 naira on the floor.
I'll pick it though.
You will not even pick it.
No,
I
didn't consider picking it. I was asking what am I going to buy 100 naira? Highest you buy groundnuts.
I know. I'm doing Gary.
No, you can't drink Gary 100 naira.
Gary
in itself.
You can't drink Gary.
Gary in itself is 100 naira.
Yes.
Then how do you buy sugar? Then you see the country 200 naira, 500 naira, 1,000. What do you think people, if you're watching us, let's see who is online. Maybe I have a gift for somebody that the first person online.
One person is online already.
Nobody is online. No, we have people is online. I think that should be Agwebo Imafidon. Go to the live. Let's see. Agwebo Imafidon this morning. Okay, let's continue. What's my take on that? I think that the policy by the central bank, according to one Charles Novi
or something like that,
says that the designing of the currency is going to help it to be win the elections.
How?
Okay, for instance, now let's say 3 of us.
Okay.
What I have in my account is 10 billion.
Okay.
What you have in your account is 5 billion, but what you have at home is 20 billion cash.
Okay.
And we can't even account for that 20 billion cash. And you have same 10 billion, but you don't have. So now, if they are going to recollect the currency, blah blah blah. So that one in your house will be useless if you don't bring it to the bank.
And once you bring it to the bank, they will ask you that where did you get
How
this
come
huge amount of money from?
How come? So we have many politicians over the years that have been storing money for their elections, storing money, billions into their billions, because if you are going to withdraw anything in millions in a day, I think 20 million, when we withdraw 20 million in a day, you must alert the central bank.
Yes, it will notify them.
They must be notified that you're going to withdraw that kind of money. How did I know? I had somebody that had a project he wanted to do.
Okay.
So before he could withdraw that money, there's a report he had to put to central bank to get such money. So it'd be difficult for politicians and many people to rig the elections.
To use the money they've stocked.
Yes. Billions. So if they are going to recollect all the money, so they have to bring those money. Those ones are put in tank, they are put in their whatever, in
their
wardrobe.
In buildings, abandoned buildings.
Yes, they are going to bring it out.
Is it that you bring it to the bank or you forfeit the money?
What about these people are very smart? They can actually share the money among their friends.
Unless they share the money now before December 31.
That's what I'm saying.
But they share the money now. By the time election comes in, people will want another money again.
You remember that money, they are saving it
for election time.
So if they not share it, they have to bring it back to the bank now.
Yes.
And like I said, for you to withdraw 20 million in a day, central bank needs to be notified.
Of course.
And if you are operating an account, you give your cronies, and they see such money, because I think billions of naira have been snatched away from. Like, let me read that story.
Is trillions of naira?
3 trillion. You see, imagine that kind of amount. Now, January 31st is the deadline for anything having the old naira note. So it's kind of going to favor the man that says he's not going to give shishi.
That's it. Because he's not even stocking any money anywhere to give
From
anybody.
where anybody? No, he don't have any money stock up anyway.
But my fear is that these are politicians. Eh?
They are very
They always
smart.
have a way.
Exactly.
You have a way out.
They have a
The
way
way
I think
to-
this should be able to at least reduce vote buying to some extent. If they don't have access to like billions of that new redesigned notes, if they don't have access to billions, there won't be a way whereby the money would go around in the 36 states of Nigeria. You know. Probably it will be one-sided in some states, then it won't be in some other part of the country.
Let me say this. For instance, let them just convert those monies into dollars, and they hold dollars.
The politicians,
Let them convert. Yes, they can convert the billions in dollars.
they can convert.
When they convert into dollars, they hold the dollars. Then you do your CBN whatever.
Wow.
So they still have their dollars. So when you do your new Naira note, they'll
change
carry
dollar.
the dollar in exchange for Naira. I'm not giving them expo, but I'm just thinking.
If they want to change it to dollars now, they'll need to carry the cash. The cash can be up to a bullion van. Where will you take it to change it to dollars? They will need to give you dollars to in cash as well, or they transfer to you. So they will actually ask you, where are you bringing
Imagine,
this money from?
imagine I'm a politician, and I have like 300 billion naira that I've started for the election. What will I do? I know that if they bring out this policy, I might lose more than 200 billion. I take 10 billion. I go straight to the CBN governor. I'm an influential person. I call one or two person in CBN. I probably, that's the typical Nigerian politician, bribe my way, bribe 10 billion. I'll carry the 200 billion.
Okay.
If I go to CBN, you will see somebody that will exchange that money in dollar for you.
Without the consent of the CBN governor.
I say I would bribe 10 billion.
10 billion.
Okay, but you know that AFCC chairman said they are going to monitor everything because
That
they
means
are
you have
working
to
hand in
bribe
hand.
ICPC,
Exactly,
you
they
bribe
are working in hand
EFCC,
with CBN.
you bribe the CBN
Exactly.
governor as well,
You are
and
going
it
to
won't
bribe
only
so
be
many
the CBN governor. The CBN governor will have to put
Bribe
the
the
money
EFCC too.
into some people's pockets so they won't speak up.
Exactly.
So you'd have to bribe so
Many
many
people.
people.
Okay, Buhari told this. Okay, we are owing CBN 21. Is it 21 trillion?
We are only
only
CBN. All
CBN.
Nigeria is owing-
Nigeria printed 21 trillion naira.
Where is the money?
What did anybody do?
Nigeria printed 21.
Yes, we can print our money now. Should be our money. We are getting.
Eh,
They
why is
printed
the
such
money-
amount. Where is the money?
The money is not
They
circulating.
borrowed it from the CBN. Where is the money?
To do what?
To fear these politicians. But I just believe that if they have the will to play fair,
Okay.
because some of these people, the Emefiele should be now one come out for
For
president. So it might have an interest. It might be an opportunity for them to make money.
Of course.
You understand?
To make people, to make those words
They want to
come
play.
to
They
them.
want to play right. They want to play right. Okay, we are doing the right thing, so as to put everyone on their toes. So they know that some people with G3 coming to give them kickback. So they are making money. That's what I sat down. I was thinking about that. But however, it's good. It's going to expose so many things. And I am very happy. Somebody said it's going to be in favor of Peter Obi. Somebody said I'm obedient. Am I obedient?
Anybody
Yes,
can be obedient.
anybody can be obedient.
Okay, what do you think? Yes, you are also part of us. I have 13 people watching. Please comment on the live chat so that we can communicate together. What do you think about the new Naira note redesigned policy 200, 1,000, 500, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go over. We have River State Governor Nyesom Wike. He said, no, not the governor, the university.
Okay.
Ban,
Indecent dressing.
yes.
Use of piercing of.
Very
No
good.
tattoo, no bathroom slippers. That tattoo say we go get problem. Oh.
Why you go wear bathroom slippers go class?
No, like what the man friend is wearing now.
Oh.
That one is not bedroom
That one is not
slippers.
bedroom slippers.
You don't know how these lecturers when they quote English for
I
you.
think they shouldn't ban those kind of things because some students are actually
They can't afford.
Struggling.
Exactly.
for themselves to go to school. But if it is tattoo, like
Revealing
piercings,
dresses.
revealing dresses, yes, it should be out of the education scene. tattoo should be out.
So those that have tattoo, what would they do to the
They
tattoo?
wear like a cloth that will cover up
They
their
have
body.
to cover up their body.
Yes, they have to cover
When
up
you're
their
outside, you can expose it. But when you're coming to the class to receive lecture, you put on long sleeve that will cover it to avoid distraction from other people. Not to distract other people.
The
Because
other
tell
time-
them to cut their hand. It's
At
not
all.
possible. You just cover it.
The other time, when they resumed, as one year boy came to school with the bodyguard.
Yeah, Benz.
So that story.
I think
Imagine.
that's just to intimidate.
Intimidate.
Intimidate too.
Students,
Yeah, students.
everybody.
Yeah,
in
of
school.
course,
We need
of
lecturers
course,
as well.
of course, yeah.
Because lecturers that have been working for years, I can't even afford.
You see
to like,
lecturers where they park and where students where they park. You just in a while. See now, sometimes they cause depression.
of course now.
Even some students self, those that don't get into that art, their lifestyle, they want to get into.
Like, wow, see this guy.
And I've witnessed this. I've seen some of these guys influence your young boys. Now they have like a college in
College
a college in their they are like VC.
College
They have their
of
own college
fraudsters.
where they teach young people. One guy that is very is rich, is successful in that trade. You bring like 10 people. You go and rent flats. You bring like 10 boys. Start buy phone for them. Just a small boy like iPhone. Buy phone for them. They now be working for him.
Wow.
That's what they do. So the influence is bad, and it's good that it is being stopped in our schools. But there's one school I know that they cannot stop it.
Which school is that?
The school is in East Lagos.
Lagos, Unilag.
If you say Unilag, na it to come.
There are so many schools in Lagos. State.
There are so many schools. They can't actually. It will be hard to clamp down on the increase of fraudsters. I think the government should just need to work on our economy. If you work on the economy, stopping these fraudsters will be the what would I call it? Like the result of you working on the economy. If the dollar to naira rate is reduced, just trust me, you won't see anybody need to scam anybody outside, because if you know about this fraud style of a thing, they are targeting countries whereby it has higher value of their currency is stronger, so much stronger than the naira. Currencies that are maybe like 200 naira to the 200 to the naira, they don't actually go to those kind of countries. Well, the United States of America, the UK, the pounds, the US dollars, Kuwait dinar, that's where they go to, because the rate is too much.
Okay.
That's just it. You don't need to actually fight them. Yes, pursuing everybody on the streets. No, you're just wasting your time. The cell will be full, and this guy will build themselves, go back to the streets.
No, all of nose rings. They ban nose rings.
No strings
They
for
can
lady is
they can
okay.
remove the nose ring now.
Ankle
Nose
chain.
ring.
Ankle chain. The one you put in your leg.
Ankle chain. Well, personally, I don't subscribe to the idea of ankle chain.
Why?
It's just like you are depicting slavery again.
God,
You have your neck to put the chain. You have your hand. You can put it.
So
Why would you put it on your leg, for God's sake?
So the
fashion.
ankle chain is slavery.
If you should check this ankle chain right from the origin, they said it is those people that their husband have allowed them to go and seek for other men.
Wow.
It is consent. Those are those people that put the ankle chain there.
So what is the work of the
Check
chain?
it. You can ask ladies who use ankle chain.
But you explain it to me now. I don't know. So maybe you might know the other
no,
part.
no, no.
That's
What's the
why I'm
work
saying
of the chain?
That's
That
why
they-
I'm saying that I'm not in support of ankle chain. Ankle chain. Why? You have neck now. Come on. Put it in your hand.
But
Leg,
tattoos,
ankle
my
chain.
forefathers, they had tattoos on them.
Exactly, they have tattoos. Yes. It's not all these.
Have you watched all these Igbo film?
Those tattoos, I think it is sometimes they write their name or something about
Yeah,
today.
they
Or they draw the
don't
gods.
understand.
They draw the gods of the land. They draw the head of lion.
But
Those are my
it's not
forefathers.
relevant unlike today.
But let me stay with Alamide. Some of these things they distract students.
Yes, that's true.
They distract students. So if you leave school, you can do that. But whilst in school is a place whereby you come to learn. Anything that will distract you, the school should take it as a responsibility to stop it. For instance, now, if a lady is wearing an ankle chain and is walking on the road in a Nigerian society, what do you think
Yes.
as a guy? You say maybe this girl is up.
You think she's a sexual worker or something?
Yes.
Like that. That is what.
Wow.
first
That's the
comes to your
thought.
mind.
Yeah, that's the thought.
Because this is Nigeria. This is not.
That's what I'm
US
saying.
or
In our
Italy
society, yes.
Or somewhere else.
How do you feel when you see a lady?
How do you feel?
I feel it's fashion.
What
Seriously.
kind of fashion is it?
I can't wear one, sure. I don't like. I don't like.
But unfortunate for the guys that go to brotels, you don't see all those ladies at brotels wear akuche.
Exactly.
When last have you been there?
I've not been there.
Oh, that's just it. Majority of them, you will see it on their leg. That's just it. So okay, imagine you going out with your guys now, not actually having it in mind that you want to go and carry any.
What are you doing there?
Wait. Okay, let's say you go to what's this place in Ikeja?
Allen.
No, not Allen. This
Allen.
What's the name of the guy?
Royal,
exactly. Just to
Club
chill out
Royal.
with your guys. But once you reach that area, by the roadside, you see all these girls there. You now see their legs.
You have seen them. You have seen them before.
There was a day when I was going to Sametna Air Force Base early in the morning. When I wanted to enroll for Air Force. Then my dad he just said he should drive me down there. It was around 4:30 to 5. It was not like those people that are standing beside the road. Are they coming from church? We say, church care. These people, they are hustlers. So, but you see the way they dress. Now imagine you seeing another girl on the street like that. What first comes to your mind is what you saw there. Like, is this girl too among them? But some people actually see it as fashion. So,
okay, let's go on the soft part. Husband sue wife because she refused to disclose her salary. No. When two of you are together,
okay,
you're one.
Okay, exactly. That's true.
Husband sues wife. Why did the husband sue the wife? For what reason?
Because she refused to disclose the amount she's getting as salary.
So what is this?
So if your wife, your wife.
Wait, let us understand the story. On what grounds is he suing the
wife? Maybe she's not trying to contribute to the
and maybe she might be saying that I don't earn much. Blah, blah, blah. So you need to know how much your wife is earning so that you can know how to plan.
And moreover, the salary is supposed to be a joint something. Like you are receiving this amount, I'm receiving this amount. There's supposed to be a joint account whereby both of you can put money monthly for the welfare of the family. So you understand? This thing, once you are married, both of you are one already.
Wow.
If you are together for the kids and the household stuff, you can't expect just the man alone. Do you want to kill the man? So there should be like a joint account whereby each party can put so amount every month to see to the welfare of the family. So, but this man suing the wife now, I don't understand. They could have probably settled the matter.
I think they would have been signs since when they were dating.
Okay,
you would know this your girlfriend is kind of secretive when it comes to money, or she doesn't.
No, probably love has covered the face.
Or probably the man was providing for her when they were dating.
So
everything.
If you want to marry now, what would be the responsibility you give to your wife?
Responsibility to provide and to protect. Now, come on.
Providing.
You have to provide for the family. Then.
So the wife should not provide anything.
The wife is to stabilize the house.
Okay, will you be okay if the wife is not providing anything?
Providing see, provision is beyond money. The husband is to provide money. The wife, even the work that women do at home.
Won't you feel like uncomfortable, like some little things whereby your wife can sort out, then she's asking you for help
on her own as well? That is good, but it's not as if you would be asking her.
Exactly.
But this man in this picture is not actually asking the woman to bring the money. Just let me know how much are you earning. It's not too much to ask for.
That's true.
Okay, you remember that mother of that 2-month-old baby that her hand was amputated? Yeah. She has spoken up. Said the young mother told reporters that the incident happened on the evening of Friday, 21 October 2022. That's last week Friday. According to the mother, she had left her baby with his father to ease her when he began to cry. So the sharp cry of the baby made her rush back, and he saw the father using hanger to beat the baby because his cry was disturbing.
What a father.
That man must be mentally retarded.
Nigerians, see, many people nowadays are not okay.
So I'm very sure that
many people in Nigeria not okay at all.
They called, they were created in his own people.
Not okay.
Because I don't understand your own blood. Now they've amputated the guys and the boy's son.
And the man Tijakpa.
So if the baby should grow up now, what would they be telling the baby? Now, Papa.
No, maybe they would lie to the
baby. As the mother, I will not lie.
That's how you have been born.
It never happens to me.
You say they give birth to her, be in with only one.
Have you seen the baby? Very cute baby.
I saw the baby. The baby and the whole thing. I don't think maybe we'll be able to show it on.
I don't think so.
on this. Okay, let's look at other reports. Like nobody has commented. What's happening?
Please drop a comment.
If you're part of the program, you can contribute. Like we started with the CBN governor. Sorry, the CBN, the policy on the new Naira note. We have somebody speculating that is going to get a victory for the Labour Party. How true? How possible is that? We want you to comment on that. How possible is that? How realistic is that? It would be wonderful if the Labour Party wins the election.
Yeah.
Many people will be so happy to.
You too will be so happy.
And it will be a disadvantage to
The ruling class.
reunion.
The ruling class.
Okay. I'm not seeing any comment though. Okay, let's move on. There's a report on the Lagos State, the media spokesperson to the Lagos State Governor of Media, Mr. Gbenga Akosile, who said that Jando is a what? Is a graduate. How did he put? Let me look at that story. Yeah, when he said that. How did he put it? Do you have any?
No, there's no report about it.
Jando.
Okay, I'm getting the story. Okay, the chief press secretary to the Lagos State Governor Gbenga Akosile has described the candidature of the People's Democratic Party candidate Olajide Adediran, known better as Jando, as an insult to electorates in the state. He alleged that the PDP governorship candidate remains an apprentice. Yes, that's the word. An apprentice candidate and politician, adding that he was contesting to learn and test the waters of politics. Akosile was reacting to comments made by Jando, who said that he would defeat the governor, that is Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his godfathers during next year's election. Maintain that politicians are allowed to delve into wishful thinking. What do you think?
Well, Jando saying that it would outwit Sanwo-Olu and his godfathers, I think that is
So much.
not realistic.
Why do you say so?
Because of we can't downplay the factor that structures will play.
Okay.
The factor that the roles of structure in this forthcoming election, because APC has really been a stronghold in Lagos State, and from what I'm seeing, I don't think any party will be able to break that yoke.
APC. We have the MC Oluomo of this world. Yeah, resident in Lagos, and we know what they can do when it comes to elections.
The effect is there as well. So
yeah, we have the structure. When I look at the APC structure in Lagos State, I look at those benefiting from the system.
Yes.
I look at, this is how it works. If I'm the governorship candidate of the APC, I have different agencies.
Yes.
I'll put money in these agencies to influence the election. I'll go to associations. I can go to a mechanic association. I'll influence
people for this work.
So they're not really the ordinary Lagosian. They are not really looking for that vote, as in they are not really influencing the vote of the Lagosians. They are trying to use mechanisms that is to the advantage, somehow to muzzle people,
of course,
to vote. So that's the structure I think we have in Lagos State. That's my own.
When we take the head of the NURTW, which is MC Oluomo, there are so many thousands of drivers under this association of movie producers, stuff like that. So many different associations. Just call them to a room. Probably they settle them, then they hand this money down to their members. There's no way you would take the money and not vote. You want to pay back. You feel like I've been benefiting from this, even if they are not doing well. You feel like I'm benefiting from them, so I have to vote for them. So
the other time at there are shops at Ogba. These people were forced to go and rally for APC.
Wow.
They were forced. I have some Igbo people that are there that spoke to me about. They were forced to buy Ankara, and they had to sell Ankara, APC Ankara. So they were say if you don't go, you lose your
shops.
So that kind of politics that are being played. I told somebody, I said, if you build something on falsehood, you never prosper. No matter how fantastic you are, no matter how good you are, no matter how many ideas you have, if you are better than the other person, but since it's been built on corruption, built on wickedness, it won't prosper. So no wonder we have very good people, professionals, people that know the economy, that know everything, that have solutions. But Nigeria is not prospering because we are building on the wrong foundation.
Well, everything the APC is doing now, or the PDP,
it's not only relegated to APC. Other part, you see what Wike is doing in River State. He appointed so they are trying to muzzle. People are not voting out of their conscience. You are trying to muzzle them, force them in whatever way possible.
What you want
to do all that you can do to get power, and you know that you cannot deliver. Imagine from 1960 till now, somebody has discovered electricity. So we don't need to discover electricity ourselves. So we have crude oil, we have the money. Just carry this money, look for people, come and do electricity. We have our engineers.
Of course, we have it.
So these are myself. What is happening from 1960 till this point?
You've spent all the money that is supposed to be used to generate all this electricity.
Nigeria is endowed, so much endowed that every state has billions lying in those states.
Of course. Peter Obi said something. He said Taraba State alone is bigger than Belgium and Israel combined.
Taraba State,
just that one state. So I checked it online. Taraba State is about 54,000 square kilometers or something like that. Belgium as a nation is 30, and Israel is about 22. That is 52. So Taraba alone, if Nigeria is working, the whole Taraba would be able to even sustain the whole Nigeria with its resources there.
So somebody has a comment, say, if we think about it from all you said, that is on the Naira notes, the change of notes will help the forthcoming election. I'm in on the plan, but God know how much they will still embezzle in the process.
Of course. They will still embezzle. It's just a plan by
they are manipulators, so they will definitely manipulate.
I think everything all these political parties are doing is not as if it's wickedness or something. Politics is just a game. You coerce people.
It's a game, but the
game is you leverage on your strength.
Okay.
Lagos State now, they have the leverage over the traders. They can tell you are not you don't have your shop anymore. Once they tell you have to go out, you have to buy these clothes, you have to buy it because they have a leverage over you. You are depending on them. Then once you try to do as if you are smarter than others, then you lose your shop. Maybe you lose your means of livelihood, so you have to just
these are the kind of people we have that are thinking of a better, that knows what is better for Nigeria. These are the kind of people that they will come out to rule Nigeria and they think that they can do something better. No, I don't think they can do something better.
Like, for someone to take these people out of this political sphere, like take them out of power, you need someone that knows how to play the game of politics very well. Maybe someone among them, but who is ready. Like I'll leave all these things. I'm no more doing all these corrupt practices now.
I think I need to shock you.
If you don't know how to play the game,
I need to shock you. If you know, we all believe that 1 + 1 is 2.
Of course.
Because everybody believes that. If someone brings up another notion that 1 + 2 is 2, and we keep on playing that 1 + 2 is 2, 1 + 2 is 2. Everybody in the world started. The young children that's come up, they only know 1 + 2. Don't you think that in the eyes of everybody 1 + 2 will be 2? You don't know. So the system in Nigeria is a system that have been continued for a long time. I would think that's a normal thing. It has become normal to play dirty. It has become normal to play politics, evil politics. We have been taught that politics is a game, that you disadvantage this to advantage that. We are not only playing politics in Nigeria. There's a system that's been put in place that will never favor, no wonder the British, despite the fact that they left Nigeria, they are still colonizing Nigeria because they set up a system.
But the system that the British left us with, we are not using the system anymore.
Exactly.
So it was in 1966.
India
collapsed.
Was colonized by the British.
Of course.
Nigeria was colonized by the British. India retained their culture, retained their name, retained their religion. The only what they took from the British is technology. Nigeria, what do you retain?
Me?
What did Nigeria retain?
What did Nigeria-
Generally,
I'm not Nigerian.
most of these guys, all of us, we carry English name.
Of course. Well, I don't
We
agree.
sold our name. We took their religion. Go to India, they still dress there. Their dress, we took
It's
it.
Indian dress. You know, we are dressing like that.
So they have put a system here.
But we allowed it. Fela said,
No,
we shouldn't. He said Nigerians shouldn't allow. We shouldn't take their culture at all. We should still be ourselves. Just take some few things that can be beneficial to us. But we should still have our identity. But today we are not even fully Nigerian, and we are not.
That's what I'm saying.
Westerners.
I want to buttress my point that a system, for the fact that you have a system running, does not mean that is the right thing.
But let's look at this very well. After 1960, we were a federation. Now we are not even. This system of government does not even have name. Because we were a federation then, there was a premier, there was a central leader. Then we have the southwest region, the southeast, and something like that. We were just growing at our own pace. But when the coup of 1966 came into being, everything scattered. There was no southwest region or something. Everybody now started forming states, 36 states, and we are still calling ourselves a federation. So that is where we got it wrong. And this 1999 constitution as well, it was just being drafted by some military majority of them who drafted the 1999 constitution were military men. They didn't even seek representatives from the masses. So all this thing is designed to be against the masses. It's for them. Nigeria is wallowing in poverty and debt now. They are still talking about billions of pensions for former head of state, president, head of service chiefs and the likes. It's not as if something is wrong upstairs.
Okay, let's
Has to change in this one.
let me read this by the man that said the Charles Novia that said, let's see his comment on the Naira note.
Okay.
He's a public commentator, Charles Novia. He stated that the plan by the Central Bank of Nigeria to redesign the Naira will favor Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. This is his reason. He says somehow God is helping Peter Obi as he gradually moves nearer to Aso Rock in 2023. Many people might not understand what the breaking news from the Central Bank in Nigeria is all about, or its implications for the 2023 elections. According to the CBM, over 3 trillion naira is unbanked in Nigeria presently. That means many people have been hoarding the naira for the past 6 years in their homes and holes and water tanks and whatever. The black marketers, the politicians and the kidnappers, the traders and the drug merchants, name it, all sorts of hoarding of the naira over the years. What the CBN has done by announcing that new naira notes will come into circulation with new designs by December 15th will shake the politicians, especially those dishonest politicians who are planning to rig the 2023 elections with hoardings of naira notes are going to weep, wail and gnarch their teeth. From December 15th, it will be too late for them to find billions of naira to execute vote buying under the new naira regime. To get such monies, they would have to go to the banks, and the banks would never give huge sums in a fell swoop in 2 months, juxtaposed with the hoarding these criminals have been carrying out in 6 years. You now understand?
Yeah. I think now with the use of BVAS and the portal uploading of results by INEC, then with this one, at least the election will still be, if it is like 90-10 from the candidate and the electorate, now it should be around 60-40. The chances, the leverage in between the voters and the ones who have been voted for.
Okay. Do you have any comment? I see somebody commented.
It's just Evans Johnny said, "Good evening, my brother and sister." Good evening, Mr. Evans.
Oh, good evening. We still have another topic today. Sheung Egbegbedat man and Tony Abraham. Okay. He has spoken up about his relationship with former lover Tony Abraham. Okay, the socialite who was famous over his love affair with Tony Abraham was reportedly abandoned by his friends, and his travails began. During an interview with reporter, Sheung said His incarceration was a blessing in disguise, and it helped him differentiate his enemies from his friends. He opined that if he had not gone to prison, he wouldn't have lived a worthless life with the belief that those around him are his friends. He said, "Those I thought were my friends before I had that issue, I found out were my enemies after I returned from prison. None of my explanations will be acceptable to some people. They will keep saying it's a lie because there are too many enemies around me, but I thank God for life. I believe God made me go to where I went for a purpose because my eyes were open to a few things while I was there. The crime I was incarcerated for 6 years over, I didn't commit, but I'm happy I went there to know that living on earth remains. 90% of the people surrounding me were enemies, not my friends." It's when you are in trouble, you now know.
Of course, when you're in trouble, you know the real.
Even quite like as you are now, those that are smiling with you, that are claiming that your friends, they love you. It is when you are
real problem.
There are some troubles some people can still be with you, but when you are in real trouble, then you now know those that are your friends.
Your loyal ones, like staunch loyalists.
For instance, now if you need 5,000 naira, just look at your contacts and look at the person that if you call, the person will be that person is your friend. Exactly. Not the person you chat with every day, chat with every morning, or somebody that will show concern and tell you the account balance. I'm willing to give that account balance. Because some people can use the see how much I give account, and they are not willing to drop that money.
Of course not.
So that is how we know your friend. So Shawa, since this happened to him, I don't know. It was then I now knew that he had a relationship with Tony Abraham.
Yeah. He's always been in a relationship with her.
Wow.
Was there any kind of interference from like Tony Abraham?
I don't think so because she never like.
I don't think she has
talked
spoken
about it
to
like
him.
that.
I think she just said he should move on with his life or something like that. Life has moved on already.
Imagine. Imagine. Man, this world is not.
You're on your own.
See, the reality of it is that everybody, we are all on our own.
Exactly.
It's not about friends or relatives leaving you. They have their own.
Unless the person is God sent.
Unless the person is God sent, it will even be hard. It will 6 years in prison. You don't expect someone to just stay with you unless the person is your blood. Even blood at times, they have their own personal problems. So you shouldn't feel as if people deserted him, they don't want to help him, or they didn't stay with him. No. When he was coming to this world, he didn't bring anybody to be his bodyguard. And it's not his thing. At times, you just need to be realistic. He's just been emotional here. It just needs to be realistic. When you are in problem, there's nobody who is coming to help you. If you see one person, just thank your stars. Thank God.
Okay, there's a report on the claim of planned defection of 5,000 Jam Door supporters. Yes, APC is saying that 5,000. Okay, we read with amusement a report of a false claim made by the outgoing APC-led state government that 5,000 supporters of the Lagos PDP governorship candidate Dr. Abdulaziz Alajide Adediran are billed to join the APC. The consistently inconsistent drowning Lagos APC, who at several times claimed Jandor has no followers of his, is now staging a fake Decampese rally, calling it the defection of this politics people play in the country. I don't know. No wonder we are not moving that forward. Lies, hypocrisy.
Politics with everything in this.
Now, according to the reports, okay, for instance, I'm APC, you are PDP.
Okay.
So one thing, media is very important. Media is strong to make a point. Probably I want to let people know that people are leaving your party, from your party are coming to my party. I can't, like what the report said, I go and they buy crowd these days.
Yes.
Buy crowd and say, okay, these people are former PDP members going to APC. Some people out there that are not in the system might look at, okay, this guy is no more popular again. Let me change my mind. You understand? They're trying to create an impression
that he is popular before.
That people are leaving the PDP to APC. So he came out to debunk that is delusional. Yes, let's get somebody. Do you have anybody responding to what we're discussing here today?
No, not yet.
It's just games over. Well, I don't think any other party have the chance to to give APC problem in Lagos State. This
Except Labour Party.
No, not even Labour Party. I watched interview this guy, Gbadebo Osinbajo, the Labour Party governorship candidate on TVC. I saw it today on Twitter, and the interview looked as if it was a setup, as if it was an ambush. The two reporters, the two presenters that were
asking questions,
they were just bombarding him. They didn't even allow him to answer before he tries to answer one question. They would just it was not even professional at all. You ask your question, you sit back, allow your recipient to respond, then you can go ahead and say, oh, fact check, this is not correct, this is not correct. But they were just all over him. Like, I was just so, it was just amazing. I was just like, these people are supposed to be like role models to upcoming journalists or something. I don't know, maybe they are biased or something, but I just don't know.
Okay, there's a report that the PDP presidential candidate that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has traveled to the US.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah, I believe it might be on health grounds. I don't know, because the last time he traveled, you remember that story? He traveled to the US. They were saying that he went he went to treat his health, blah blah blah. He was not healthy. That Dino Melaye did a video where they were eating together. So I like, there are speculations that most of our leaders are. You see the Prime Minister of Britain, that young guy. If you see him speak, you like president to become a president.
He's like Indian origin.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not even like
you like to become a president. You want to become a president, but the one that will come and deceive, they will deceive you yesterday. They will deceive you today. They will not even repent. They will still want to deceive you and start going. You understand? So let's look at other reports today. On the Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, Rivers voters INEC registered. Okay, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Prof. Mahmood Yakubu, on Wednesday announced that the voter register had swollen up to 93.5 million. Yes, we have highest Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, Rivers, Katsina, and Oyo states. Highest number of voters.
Highest number: Lagos, Kano,
Lagos,
Kaduna, Rivers, Oyo.
I was even surprised with Oyo.
And PDP is having problems now.
Lagos is APC, Kano is APC, Kaduna is APC.
Yes.
Rivers is
PDP.
Oyo is PDP.
Oyo is PDP. Katsina is APC.
Okay, Katsina is APC. That's very good.
So looking at that calculation, do you think the result is going to fall along that line?
Well, the result now, I think 2023 won't be business as usual, because when we're talking about this, there are so many new voters. Like, I think about more than 10 million new registrants. I don't think those registrants are
coming to play
because of the old politicians. I don't think so. Even if some of them register because of either Atiku or Tinubu, maybe they'll just be like 10% out of 100%. That's just it. And when we talk about voting, they can be vote buying, but these people, you don't see the candidate they are voting for. If the INEC can actually do it, whereby the cubicle will be so small and so covered that they will not be able to snap. And they should not.
It depends on the polling booth now. It depends on the polling booth.
On the polling booth, they should bring the materials. They shouldn't be able to bring their phone into the polling booth to snap who they vote for. If they can cover all these kind of things, then it will be hard for them to read. And then with the beavers, you can't vote twice. It's not possible. Once you voted, that's the end of it. You can't vote twice. Even if you come with so many voters cards, you need fingerprint.
One, yeah.
And once you turn print, then they see your info. Your info comes up.
The way I look at it is that in Lagos State, when we look at, because some people, they look at it like from the ethnic angle.
Of course.
That because Lagos is the southwest, is Yoruba. We have, okay, like Lagos has like 7 million voter. Okay, if we have 7 million voter in Yoruba, then Yoruba will be 7 million.
I don't
think so.
7 million, because it is
even in Kano, you have other indigenes that make up of that voter register.
Yeah, of course.
Even in Katsina, you have other indigenes that make up that voter register. Or you have other indigenes in River State.
I think the southwest would be more divided. The state whereby we can talk about, okay, they have 10 million voters, maybe like 9.5 million would be voting for this party because it is the party of the state. Will be in the northern states, probably those 4 states that are not really doing well because they are not really enlightened. But compared to Lagos or your state, there's access to information. You can actually watch interviews and decide on your own on who you want to vote for. But over there is just another case entirely, and there's this issue of child voting, underage voting, whereby like 10-year-old kid would have voters card and they will vote.
That is in the north.
In the northern part of Nigeria, so many people have confirmed this, and they've not even debunked. They can't even debunk it. So many coppers that I know, some of my friends that have been posted to the north. Before they started voter registration here in the south, they've been doing it there. Wow. Like they would come to their house. Now we are the one rushing INEC officials here. Then they would take it to their neighborhood and register them. The
INEC is not aware of this.
Come on, Buhari is from the north, so majority of the top positions in Nigeria is either north or southwest, and we are the one in power. So would they be against their brothers? It's not possible. They don't want to be against their brothers.
Okay, yes, we have. Remember the APC presidential primaries.
Okay.
Between Osinbajo
and
Tinubu. What happened then? They were like saying, Osinbajo, step down now.
This man is like your father.
So that thing happened. I was looking at it. I said probably this man has the gods because they fear him in Lagos. Like Tinubu, they fear him in Lagos. There's reports here. The presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, says that he has forgiven the vice president Yemi Osinbajo for contesting against him during the party's primary election. What do you think?
Forgiving him for what?
For what? Exactly. What did he do?
For running against him. Well, I just think I didn't see any issue there at all. I think all these things is just game plan. It shouldn't just be as if Tinubu just won like flawless victory. That's just it. Because when the primaries started, everybody was just dropping for Tinubu. Former governor of Ogun State, he dropped. Dimeji Bankole dropped. So many other governors, they dropped for him. So if Osinbajo do now drop, it will just be a flawless victory. It won't be the movie they are trying to shoot for Nigerians won't be that interesting, you know. That's just what I said. Like,
okay.
That's just it.
Okay. He spoke to a crowd in Kano. This statement in the video, the APC presidential candidate, while speaking to Osinbajo's loyalists in Kano on Monday, said he holds no grudges against the vice president. At the meeting, Tinubu urged the coordinator of the group and said that those who ran against him in the party's primary election on June 8th, along with Osinbajo, some of the other 13 candidates that contested against Tinubu included state President Ahmad Lawan and former transportation minister, that he holds no grudge with. I think he's trying to
bring them together, to have a united house.
Or he's trying to play politics.
It is all politics. I know. Osinbajo right from Osinbajo won't be. Osinbajo won't. See, I don't even expect Osinbajo to be against Tinubu.
No, he is
at the first place. How does he want to?
No, but he was pressured to step down and support Tinubu at the presidential primaries.
I think it's just games.
He felt that he could become the presidential candidate of the APC.
How would they have defeated Tinubu with Tinubu structures?
No, in the structure. How? In the APC.
Yes.
No, it is the northern governors, APC northern governors, that got that victory for Tinubu.
Yes.
Not that there was a structure kind of for Tinubu. Tinubu was willing to dole out money.
Tinubu said in Abeokuta, he said he assisted Buhari to assume the post of the president of Nigeria. So this is a payback time for him. Then when he realized that the Ogun people like the Eleyi of Ogun State and the Skakos, they were trying to sideline him for Osinbajo. That was when he went to Abeokuta and started spilling all those secrets and the likes. So I've not been seeing any of those people. So many people said then that Tinubu might not win this ticket. Dimeji Bankole is there, Osinbajo is there. See, there's something if you read 48 laws of power, there's something there. You make yourself, you make your enemies think that you are near when you are far, and you make them think you are far when you are near. You appear weak when you are strong, and you appear strong when you are weak. All of them, they are just like decoy. They are not his opponent at all. Even Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, he had no opponents then. I knew all these things. I was just looking like all these people against Bola Tinubu. Does not have any opponent, so there's nothing to forgive.
Okay, lastly, let's look at the security alert in Abuja. The Jabi Lake Mall has been closed down. 2 brothers, suspected terrorists, arrested.
Okay.
Let's look at the story. That one online. Like, 2 terror suspects have been arrested by the Department of State Services operatives who stormed the Trade Mall estate in the Lugbe area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on Monday. The security operatives were said to have shut the entrance and exit gates of the estate while the operation lasted. Correspondent gathered that the 2 suspects said to be siblings were taken into custody on an allegation of terrorism. This happened less than 24 hours after the United States and United Kingdom warned of a possible terror attack in Abuja, especially targeted at government buildings, places of worship, and schools, amongst others. Now, the US, following the development, authorized the departure of its non-essential employees and their families from Nigeria. That's the update.
The country.
The United States.
24 hours after the alert by a foreign body.
A foreign body.
We don't have. We didn't give that alert
So
yet.
the foreign body that gave
It's
the
a foreign body that gave the alert before some people now swung into action and started doing Jagaban on the whole situation.
Nigeria is just a joke. If foreign country can foresee or from their calculations know
what is about to happen,
know something that's about to happen in Nigeria, then we can say shame to all the old security agencies.
They don't send you now.
A big
If you like talk shame, they are blah blah blah. They just feel like you can't do nothing.
Exactly.
We'll do our thing. You can't do nothing. Concerns
there. This is impunity, whereby you can do anything and you
like,
go scot free. There's nothing that will happen so far. This is Nigeria. That's just one big problem in Nigeria.
Okay, yes, we're getting close to the end of the program. We discussed about the Naira note. We also discussed about what else?
About Shehu
Gbegbe. We also discussed about
the woman who's
the hunger
issue and the likes.
We also talked about
Atiku visiting the US.
Yes, probably. I don't know what is happening, but probably we will know what will happen later. Also, we talked about
Jandor defecting to
no, we don't just like
Jandor defecting to the APC.
and also they say he's an apprentice. Like he cannot do anything to.
They call him an apprentice. I wouldn't say he's not an apprentice. Because it's just like coming into limelight when he talks about politics. I've never heard of that name before, honestly.
No, politicians can use words freely. Like they know how to use words freely for themselves. You understand? So okay, after that we now talked about the last one we talked about just now. The terror attack. Yeah. There's one we forgot. River State University dress leg chain. Is it leg chain they call it?
Ankle chain.
You can't use it, but you are in support of it. How can you support something and you can't use it?
I can't use it.
Why can't you use it?
No, personally, if I see someone with ankle chain, I have a different thought.
See, some people will use ankle chain.
If I see someone with ankle chain, oh come on.
Some people will use ankle chain and it's very, very so beautiful.
No matter.
It's not about how beauty it is. It's like they are disvirgin you.
What it portrays.
Virgins wear ankle chain.
They say
Seriously?
when you go to Rome, you act like Romans.
Okay.
When you go to Italy, you act like Italian. When you're in Nigeria, act like Nigerians.
Okay, I understand.
Just imagine somebody's pastor's wife now wear ankle chain.
Would you say it's beautiful? Imagine Gadi Adeboye's wife.
She cannot.
Why?
No,
but you said it's fashion.
So that's where it is.
You won't respect the person. That's just it.
Okay.
Yeah, with that said, we've come to the end of the program. Web Watch on Flip TV. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yes, we are going to be having this program tomorrow. Same time, same place. Yes, thank you for watching. What's our parting statement?
Vote wisely. Don't be coerced by your pocket, stomach infrastructure, and the likes. Listen to various candidates, listen to their interviews, hear their radio programs, listen to what they have for you, not your pocket or ESA or what your pastors or your opinion leaders, what they say, for you to be able to decide for yourself. The next 8 years or the next 4 years wouldn't be lived by proxy or by someone else on your behalf. You would live it. What we could afford like 8 years ago, the Naira is now weaker. Rice now, a bag of rice now is now about getting close to 50k.
Yeah,
so most people's salary now can't even buy a bag of rice. So let's just be wise with our voting decisions and let us prepare. Those that have PVC should come out by then. Don't say one of my artists with Tinubu, one of the second artists with Obi or Atiku. No, just decide and just vote wisely.
Okay.
Do it us.
And don't forget to vote for competence and stability.
Okay, shine your eyes wherever you are. Don't be limited to the environment that you are. You've got to create for this life. You live then born for Nigeria, you finish your life for Nigeria. You can't see one go even. Bagby. I'm Christian Chuko, thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Adeni Adela, thanks for watching.
I'm your favorite host, Olajide Taufik Olamide.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right.